The best business to start in 2024. I'm a little biased. Spoiler alert, it's a bookkeeping business. Online, virtual, remote bookkeeping business. In my opinion, this is the best business to start in 2024. I will tell you why I think it's the best business to start, and then I will tell you how to start a bookkeeping business. So, real quick, a little bit about me. I started my own bookkeeping business 4 years ago. Now I make these videos simply because, honestly, truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, I just love talking about my bookkeeping business, and my family and friends are sick of hearing me talk about it. So I talk to my camera, I post it online, I share it with you all watching this video in hopes that I can help you start and grow your own bookkeeping business. Learn from the mistakes that I made and fast track to success. I make almost all of my money from my actual bookkeeping business. I just make these videos real quick on the side. You guys can probably tell I don't edit my videos. I don't spend a lot of time editing my videos or researching my videos. I literally just make these videos as like my own personal diary because I love talking about this stuff. Full transparency, I have a bunch of stuff for sale. Check out the links in the description of this video, but I don't care if you buy this stuff. I have some stuff for free. I have some stuff that you can pay for. I made it just because so many people were asking me, hey, Zach, do you have a course? Do you have resources? Do you have this? Do you have that? So I just made it. It's there if you want. Don't look at it if you don't want to. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's jump right into it. Also, forgot to mention, I have my own bookkeeping business. Like I said, I have 73 clients. They're paying me on average $470 per month. So I'm making more than $30,000 per month in my bookkeeping business. Okay, so why is a bookkeeping business the best business to start in 2024? First of all, if you're anything like me, like I did not have a lot of money when I got started. And whatever money I did have, I certainly did not want to dump it all into a new business that I was getting started. So the cool thing about a bookkeeping business, it doesn't require any money, really, no money. You don't need to buy a truck or buy a building or rent an office. You don't need to pay anybody. Like you don't need to pay for advertising. You don't need to pay for software. You don't need any money to get started. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. And if you really want to truly use $0, you might be able to use a computer at your local library. Wouldn't recommend that. Just get a laptop. They're like $300 on Amazon if you don't have one already. You need a laptop. And if you don't have internet, you can go to your local coffee shop. So you don't really need internet. You can probably find free internet somewhere, local coffee shop or library. But I recommend get internet at your house if you don't have it and get a computer. $300 for a computer, $50 a month for internet, all in first month, $350. Literally, that's all you need. QuickBooks is free. You don't need to pay for your QuickBooks subscription. You don't need to pay for advertising, equipment, buildings, employees. You don't need to pay for anything. So super easy to get started. Also, you don't need any certifications or credentials or work experience or college degrees. You don't need any of that. Of course, it will help you if you have work experience as a bookkeeper or accountant, or if you have a college degree in accounting, finance, or business, that's going to help you. If you have certifications or credentials, that's always going to help you, but you don't need anything. I started my bookkeeping business with nothing. I had a college degree. I went to Lehigh University, but I studied psychology. Did not study accounting or business or finance. I did not study any of that. I had zero work experience. I had never been an accountant or a bookkeeper before. I never even worked in a small business. Like I was in the military and then I worked in the warehouse at Chewy and Amazon before I started my bookkeeping business. So no work experience, no college degree related to accounting or finance. The only certification that I was a certified QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor. That is a free certification. I do recommend everybody should try to become a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor. That way, when potential clients ask you, Are you certified? Are you qualified? What experience do you have that enables you to be a good bookkeeper? You can point blank, honestly, truthfully say, yes, I am qualified to do this. I am a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor. And that is the end of the conversation. It doesn't necessarily teach you everything you need to know about QuickBooks or bookkeeping, but it gives you a reference point that you can talk about during your sales calls when you're brand new getting started to prove that you have experience. The other great thing is that you don't need to rely on anybody else. You don't need subcontractors or employees. You don't need anybody. You can do everything yourself. I am doing everything myself. I've been doing it all for the past 4 years. I do all of the bookkeeping. I do all of the marketing and sales and HR operations. I do everything. It's all me. I don't have any subcontractors, no employees. I don't outsource anything. I don't have a virtual assistant. Now, of course, you could get those people if you want, but if you want to keep all of your money, then you can. You can do everything by yourself. With that though, you need to know how to do everything. So if you don't know how to do advertising and marketing, you either have to learn or you have to hire somebody. Side note, I have a 30-day social media marketing strategy guide for sale on my website. Check it out if you want. Don't check it out if you don't want to. Okay, what else? So very low barrier to entry. You don't need equipment. You don't need supplies. You don't need certifications. Oh, you can do this remotely. You can do this virtually. You can do this from anywhere. You can live anywhere and you can work with anyone. So the clients who you can work with a lot, like you're not just restricted to where you live. You can live on the East Coast and work with clients on the West Coast. I have a lot of international followers on my YouTube channel. You can be international and work with business owners in the United States or Canada or Australia or Europe, wherever. I don't have any experience working with clients outside of my country. So please, every time people ask me, like, I live in Australia, can I still get clients in the United States? I don't know. I don't have any experience with that. Unfortunately, all of my clients live in the country where I live. But from what I've heard, from what I've seen, some people are able to do it. So it's virtual, remote. You can work from the comfort of your own home. You can work while you're on vacation. You can work with clients all over the country. Also, this is a necessary service that I cannot express to you how important that is and how much of a blessing and how nice that has been when it comes to sales and marketing. The IRS, Uncle Sam, does all of the selling for us. Business owners are required to file their taxes. In order to file your taxes, you need to submit a Schedule C with your 1040 individual income tax return. If you look it up on the IRS website, a Schedule C is pretty much just a profit and loss. So business owners need to have a profit and loss. They need to know how much money they made and how much money they spent. More specifically, where did they spend that money? Advertising, rent, utilities, contractor labor, payroll, office supplies, software, equipment rental. The list goes on and on. So business owners need to categorize their expenses. That's where we come in. So the thing here, we don't need to convince business owners that they need a bookkeeper. Every business owner knows they need somebody to do their bookkeeping. That's good news for us. It's not like solar panels. I don't need to convince you that you need to have solar panels. Okay, I don't need to convince you that you need bookkeeping. If I was trying to sell solar panels, I would have to convince you need to get solar panels. But I don't need to convince. Every business owner out there already knows they need to file their taxes, which means they need bookkeeping. The only thing we need to convince them that they need to hire us to be their bookkeeper because they have 100 different options. They can do it themselves. They can hire their spouse or their parent or their kid or their cousin or their friend or their office manager or their tax preparer or their virtual assistant or their chief financial officer, their controller, some other employee. Anybody can do their bookkeeping. So we need to convince them that they need to hire us to do their bookkeeping. That's the hard part about sales and marketing. Okay, last point is that we have this concept of recurring revenue. So every time somebody signs up for our services, they are going to pay every single month, because as long as their business is still operating, they're still spending money and earning money, income, they need bookkeeping. So every month, that as long as their business is still operating, as if their business hasn't failed yet or hasn't closed, they need bookkeeping. It's a recurring service. So as soon as you make one sale, maybe I'm charging them $500 a month. We didn't just make $500. You got to think about it. We made $500 for the next 12 months. And very few clients leave their bookkeeper. The bar for customer service for accountants and CPAs and bookkeepers is very low. For whatever reason, accountants are notorious for delivering low quality customer service, poor at communicating, not good at responding to emails or talking on the phone. So as long as we can deliver high quality customer service, you're going to be able to keep your bookkeeping clients. So very low churn, you lose very few clients, and it's a recurring monthly subscription. So it's an incredible business model. Once you make the sale, you usually keep the customer for a long period of time, as long as they don't go out of business. Okay, I've talked enough about why I think it's the best business to start in 2024. Let me touch real quick on how to start a bookkeeping business. It's a 4-step process. Step number 1, learn bookkeeping in QuickBooks. Step number 2, sales and marketing. You got to get your customers. Step 3, deliver high quality customer service. And then step number 4, stay tuned till the end. I'll tell you about step number 4. It's not the most important step. Step number 1, first step, easiest step. You got to learn how to do bookkeeping in QuickBooks. Become a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor and learn bookkeeping fundamentals. I have a course. Check out the link in the description. I've got a full course. You can buy it if you want, or you can just watch YouTube videos, maybe take an intro to accounting college class, maybe get a book, Bookkeeping for Dummies, Accounting for Dummies. You can probably get a textbook or watch YouTube videos or take a college class or buy my course or buy any other course out there. You got to learn bookkeeping fundamentals, debits, credits, assets, liabilities, equity, income, expenses, accounts payable, accounts receivable, income statement, profit and loss, balance sheet, statement of cash flows. That's pretty much it. You got to learn bookkeeping fundamentals, and you need to know how to use QuickBooks Online. Caveat, real quick, you don't need to become a bookkeeping and QuickBooks expert before you start marketing. I recommend do everything at the same time. Start doing step number 1 and start doing step number 2 at the same time, because it's going to take you 2 months to get your first client, and it's going to take you 2 months to learn bookkeeping in QuickBooks. So you might as well start doing step 2, which is marketing, at the same time that you start doing step 1. What you don't want to do, and what I see so often, and I kind of did the same thing, people start with step 1. They wait 2 months, and now they're confident. They feel like they know bookkeeping. They kind of understand how to use QuickBooks, and then they start doing marketing. And then it takes 2 more months to get your first client. So now from start to finish, it's 4 months. But what you could have done instead, hopefully by watching this video, you will do this instead. Start learning bookkeeping in QuickBooks and start marketing at the same time. The cool thing that will happen while you're doing research trying to come up with marketing material, you will actually be doing research on bookkeeping tips for business owners. So you kind of do 2 things at the same time. Learn QuickBooks, learn bookkeeping, and start doing marketing. Okay, what is marketing? It's a 4-step process. I do all of my marketing for free on the internet, social media. I create social media marketing content. It can be anything. It can be a video, it can be an infographic, flyer, picture with a caption, just a text post, whatever. Think of a billboard, think of a commercial. That's what you're doing every day on the internet. You're making a post. Hey, look at me. My name's Zach. I'm a bookkeeper. You should hire me. You're trying to build trust with strangers on the internet by showing up every day, talking about bookkeeping, talking about QuickBooks. I have a ton of other videos that go into a lot of detail on marketing. Step 2, find prospective clients. Step 3, connect with them. Send them a friend request, connect with them on LinkedIn, follow them on Instagram. You need to become connected with prospective clients who are business owners. And then step 4, engage with your new community. You are acquiring a lot of new Facebook friends. So now you need to engage with them, talk with them, get to know them, build trust with them, become actual friends with them. These people, these business owners, are much more likely to hire you if they trust you. And then step number 5 is sales. Once you become connected with these people, once you become friends with them on Facebook, you can send them a message, but wait 30 days. You want to give your marketing strategy time to work. So wait 30 days. Don't just send them a message right away. Wait 30 days, send them a message. Hey, I'm a bookkeeper. Let me know if you ever need help with your QuickBooks, or some form of that sales message. That's sales and marketing, pretty much. It's not going to work in the first week or the first month. It might not even work in the first 2 months. But I promise you, if you stick with it, if you stay consistent, if you never give up, I promise you it will work. Step number 3, deliver high quality customer service. All you have to do is communicate effectively. Be polite, positive, and professional. Be nice to these people. These people are stressed out. That's why they hired you. So your goal is to reduce their stress. And you do that by, first of all, doing their bookkeeping. But second, almost more important, is help them reduce their stress. Make them feel confident that it's all going to be okay because they hired you and you are their bookkeeper. If you can reduce their stress, then your services are priceless. And you do that by communicating effectively and staying organized. You have to stay organized because bookkeepers, we complete tasks all day, every day. That's our job. We categorize transactions, we reconcile accounts, we send invoices, pay bills, match receipts, do journal entries. That's what we do. We complete tasks. That's all we do. So you have to stay organized. Email, QuickBooks, Excel spreadsheets, messages, phone calls, voicemails, social media DMs. You have to stay organized. If you're not organized, then you're not going to be a successful bookkeeper, straight up. If you can't stay organized, you cannot do this business. But if you can stay organized, and if you understand debits and credits, and if you like math, then you're going to be just fine. Step number 4, let's wrap up this video. The final step, one of the most important steps, is hard work. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to make these videos and tell you that you're going to make $10,000 a month in your bookkeeping business. Because if I can be honest with you, a lot of people watching this video right now are not going to succeed. And that sucks. But there are some of you who will make it. Starting a business is incredibly hard. It's unrealistic to think thousands of people watching this video are going to be successful bookkeepers. That's just not realistic. It's very difficult to start and grow a successful business. But if you follow these steps, if you work really, really hard, then you're going to be much more likely to succeed as a bookkeeper. Keep in mind, starting a business is an infinite game. There is no end to starting a bookkeeping business. There is no end. There are no winners. There are no clear rules or guidelines. You only win by starting a bookkeeping business by never giving up. So never give up and just work really hard, stay organized, communicate effectively with your clients, be consistent with marketing and sales, understand bookkeeping fundamentals, learn how to use QuickBooks, and you're going to do great. Hopefully this video was helpful. My name's Zach. I just make these videos because I love talking about this stuff. As you can see, I've been rambling on for 20 minutes about bookkeeping. I love it. So if you guys have any questions, drop a comment in the video, send me an email, schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I'd love to help you start and grow your own bookkeeping business.